Hi everyone, it's the literary son of man once again, and today I'm going to talk about the public perception of who I am and the work that I do. A lot of people see me simply as a content creator, and I can't really fault them because after all, I only make short videos of myself speaking, which I post on the internet. The truth is that I'm a missionary in my content creation. I may sit in a corner of my house making these videos, but in posting them on the internet, I'm helping spread in my own little way the gospel of Christ to the ends of the earth. Now, the most important gospel message I can ever spread is the message that Christ had on the cross for his mother and his beloved apostle in the Gospel of John, chapter 19, verses 27 to 28, when he said, "Woman, behold your son, and son, behold your mother." The spiritual and political import of that exhortation has become profound in this digital age. In the native understanding which Christ has given me, the word behold was used in a sense to imply love between a mother and a son. And even though the relationship was not biological, the love stood true and is even recommended to other human relationships. This message of love has a contemporary adaptation in today's world because Jesus Christ has revealed the dimensions of what I call the world power quartet to me. And now I must bear witness that Jesus Christ, my personal Lord and Savior, is the King of history forever. This world power quartet is constituted of four individuals, two men and two women, powerful people indeed. The two men have both been presidents of the USA, and one of them is about to be inaugurated president again. One of the women has been a prime minister of the UK, but the other woman is an obscure figure in the shadows of power, the only one of the four who is not a public figure, an allegedly very heavyweight African woman called Mrs. T.O.N., low-key biding her time while her son was putting in work. But that's just presidential wordplay. By now, you must have figured out that the two men are Barack Obama and Donald Trump, and the known woman is Theresa May. These people that constitute the World Power Quartet were all born in the post-World War II era and are mostly, if not all, baby boomers. They were born between the years 1946 and 1961. That's a 15-year period, but the protocol that Christ created on the cross between his mother and his favorite apostle is played out in contemporary world history between these four individuals from the years 1998 to 2017. And it's an interesting relationship between all four individuals in the Gregorian calendar, which I like to call the Crucifixion Introduction Protocol, where between any two individuals of the World Power Quartet, there comes a year when the year of birth of one corresponds to the age of the other, and vice versa. And this holds true in all six instances of this Crucifixion Introduction Protocol between these four individuals. So starting in 1998, Donald Trump had the first of this introduction in the calendar with Mrs. T.O.N. when he turned 52 and she turned 46. So between 1998 and 2017, which is a 19-year period, all six instances of the Crucifixion Introduction Protocol were achieved between all four instances of the introductees. Four of these introductions in the calendar were between a man and a woman, while the other two were between two men and two women, in which case the exhortation became, "Man, behold your brother, and woman, behold your sister." There are other interesting ideas that can be developed between the members of this World Power Quartet. For instance, between one man and one woman, the middle names are John and Mary. And for the other man and other woman, there's literally a reality show between them. To keep this message interactive, I challenge you, the viewer, to find the other instances of the protocol based on the calendar exchange between any two individuals of the World Power Quartet. When you have done that, you cannot help but acknowledge the creative love of Christ, even at the point of death, in putting this message together in the calendar. You cannot begin to imagine how thrilled and profoundly amazed I am that I am the owner of this intellectual property through Christ, with Him, and in Him. And on that note, I've come to the end of today's story. It's also the end of this season of storytelling, being the 12th episode. Until next year, when I return with a new season of storytelling, stay blessed this Christmas season in the love of Christ, and may the knowledge of Christ guide and direct your imagination.